All right, boys. It's been a minute. It's been about a month since I've seen you guys. Since I've actually planned a decent video. So, how to balance work life and exercise. I'm finally making time for you guys. And yeah, it's gonna be a banger of a video. Let's get into it. Okay, let's sync everything up. Oh shit, it's morphin' time. That wasn't planned, I promise you. The first thing that I want to talk about with you guys is the misconceptions of time. A lot of people have this idea that each of us are handed different amounts of time during a day. The thing is, we all have 24 hours, we all have the same amount of time, but yeah, a lot of people still say, like, bro, how do you have so much time to do that? How do you fit that in? There's a difference. What actually happens is that person or myself, we're making time to fit whatever activity we're trying to fit in. With exercise, you have to make time. When I was working in sales, I understand how difficult it can be. You work 10-hour, 12-hour, sometimes 14-hour days. I've been on that receiving end. I worked in B2B sales, street sales as well. It's a difficult job if you guys have done it before. And I understand you guys as well. You have to work that many hours to put food on the table and to support yourself and your family. With sales, the better you are, the less hours you do. For me, I wasn't particularly amazing at sales, so I had to work that extra hour or those extra few hours to hit my sales quota, to hit the target. If I was better, then I'd be able to decrease the time. So yeah, that goes into efficiency and being better at your job, but that's just me personally. So, you know, I always made time for exercise, even if it was like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna break down right now the strategies to being able to balance your work and the exercise. So let's hop into it. So the first strategy or method is compartmentalization. We have to know, it's morphin' time again. Who are these people, bro? Anyways, you have to understand where your time is going. So you break down, maybe you have a 9-to-5 job, 9 to 5, I work 8-10 hours. This is where my time is going into my work. Where are the other hours going? How much time are you sleeping? How much time are you dedicating to recreation, leisure, eating, showering, all that kind of stuff? I can't remember which chapter it was, but it was in David Goggins' book, and it has his own chapter of compartmentalization. And David pretty much mentions that once you start breaking down each hour for each day, you start to understand that you are doing a lot of bullshitting. You are actually wasting a lot more time than you think. You have a lot more time than you think, right? You think to yourself, oh man, I have no time. But then you break everything down, you're like, I'm binge watching The Good Doctor for like 4 hours a day. Maybe I can do better with my time, right? One thing with this as well, you don't have to compartmentalize your day every day, because a lot of us don't want to work like robots. You know, I was a product of that. I was compartmentalizing my day every single day, but every time something spontaneous would come up, I'd be like, no. I would respond and say, no, I gotta follow my schedule because this is what I have laid out. It has to go according to plan. And you have a decision to make whether to follow your compartmentalized day or to say yes to whoever is trying to bring you out to go out to eat or party, whatever. It's really up to you. I think spontaneity is good, and it was ruled in that book that it was good as well. I try to put up somewhere what book it was. But pretty much what it means by the end of the day, if you do say yes to go out and do it, you have to make sure that you are able to adapt, change your schedule around, and still finish the day as you had initially planned. That is a difficult part. So it's really up to you, it's your choice. This really doesn't have any relevancy to balancing your work life and your exercise, but I feel like it's something to take note of. Now the next one is pretty much common knowledge, which is decreasing the duration of your sessions. A lot of people think that you have to work out 60 minutes, 120 minutes, right, 3 hours. No, you don't. In order to get the benefits of exercise, it all comes down to effort pretty much. If you guys have done Tabata before, which is interval training, you are like 20 on, 5 off or whatever. There's a lot of variables with Tabata. But if you do a legit Tabata workout for 5-6 minutes and it's real Tabata, you're pushing yourself, you can destroy yourself within those 5-6 minutes. You rock up to work drenched in sweat. It happens. You just gotta know how to program a workout like that. But yeah, decrease your sessions. 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever fits within your schedule of your compartmentalization. And you'll be on your way to getting the benefits of exercise, increasing your lifespan. Damn, fuck. Yeah, increasing your lifespan. Next one. Now for the third strategy, you have to think of exercise as a means to increase your lifespan. You're able to live longer, as I mentioned previously. There are a lot of benefits. You have to outweigh the sacrifices for the benefits. Once your mentality changes from, I need fitness in order to improve my life, I needed to improve my stress levels, my mood, right? It elevates you as a person. When I first started training, I was very insecure. I lacked confidence. I wasn't great at many things. But as I started to train, as I started to formulate calisthenics or fitness into my lifestyle, it became a habit. It became a part of me. And on days that I have to rest, on days that I can't train, I hate those days. See, the thing about me with working in sales and also making time for exercise was that it was my time to reduce my stress levels. It was a time for me to break free from the world and just put it all on the table and just go hard, right? Whether I had a bad day or a good day. If I had a bad day, that's all the more reason to hit it hard. If I had a good day, still hit it hard, maybe a little bit less intensity. It's not something that you have to do. It's something that you want to do as it becomes a part of your lifestyle. I want you guys to understand that your work or your career will pay the bills. It will keep you alive. But exercise will allow you the capacity to continually pay those bills, right? You need the strength from exercise to wake up every single day and continue to go to work. A lot of people think that they need energy. They don't have enough energy to exercise. That's the thing about exercise. When you exercise, when you train, you get more energy. You feel more alive. The endorphins hit. There's no greater high than when you finish and while you are doing a session. When I was working in sales, I made it a priority to train in the morning. I'd wake up 4:30, hit the gym to 5, finish from 5 to 6. And every time that I'd finish a session just before work, I'd walk out with this tremendous amount of ego. Like I just fucking conquered the world. I know. Those are the endorphins. That's the endorphin high. And it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel like you have everything going for you. There's no better way to start the day than a workout. And there's no better way to finish a day by working out as well, if you train at that time anyways. What I'm trying to say is don't make work to live. There is much more meaning and depth to your life than your career. You have your family, you have other things that you enjoy doing, your loves, your passions. For me, one of my loves is fitness. It keeps me going. It makes me happy personally. So that's what I want you guys, just see it from a different kind of lens. It really all comes down to perspective. And then that's when you start making time. That's how you start balancing everything out. Because you're like, man, if I work out right now, I'll feel a lot better. And that's me every single day, man. If I'm having a bad day, like exercise has taken me from the lowest of lows. And I'm still young, and there's going to be more lows, which I'm looking forward to. I anticipate it. But during all those dark times, I would show up to training with my boys or whatever, and we hit a killer for a session. I'm like, man, thank you guys for being here with me and training with me, because I would be in a different spot right now if it weren't for you guys and the training that we did today. Okay, let's finish the video strong, boys. The last point that I want to talk about is to stop making excuses, because you'll always have time. I wish just from the beginning of this video that I said, stop bullshitting, stop lying, you have time. And that's really all it is. We all have time. You know, I just remember being in school and we're given assessments, right? You're given assessments, a big assessment that you got to chip at every single day because it's a big one and it's due not until like a month later. And you finish it. And people come up to you, they're like, bro, how'd you finish it? You must have a ton of time, bro. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't have a lot of time. We both have 24 hours. It's just that I devote an amount of time to chip at it slowly, to finish it, so I don't have to stress now. And that's really all it is. You know, what, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, I don't know how old you guys are, but if you exercise now, you won't have to stress later when you're diagnosed with a medical condition that you just have no control over. Like, you can't predict those things. Exercise helps you. Exercise will help to prevent all those medical conditions, man. And that's really all it is. I want people to live their best life without having to worry. And all you got to do is devote like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It could be just 5 minutes of walking. It could be anything. It's so little. All the significant things that we do that we think are insignificant are actually significant. No, that was a mouthful. Jeff Olson mentioned this in his book, The Slight Edge. Pretty much all the mundane, the little tasks that we do that we think don't matter in the end, they all matter. Like, you don't get white teeth from brushing your teeth once and then never doing it again. It comes from the accumulation, this compounding effect of doing it repetitively. Same can be said with exercise. To decrease your stress levels, to improve your mood day by day, you chip at exercise slowly. You get better at it, and next thing you know, each day you're just smiling. You're gonna be one of those guys that just smiles for no reason, right? Because it's a contagious thing. You're going to improve your own life, and you're also going to improve the life of everyone else around you. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my take on how to balance work life. I really strayed from strategies. It's more of philosophical stuff, right? But that's just me. That's the type of advice that I give. So yeah, like the video if you found value in it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We got more stuff coming out just like this, more shorts as well. It's just easier for me to upload. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace out. See you next time.